Let's talk about this, Paul.
I thought you said you got a clean house and you're over dumb shit.
He's sweating that freaking RC cola machine.
I heard you're trying to clean a house and get rid of dumb stuff.
Yeah, we were gonna drop it off at your house.
Because there's something in here taking up a bunch of room. Like there's that fridge that you want to get rid of because it's pointless to keep, right?
Yeah.
But in here there's also something that's about the same size that's also pointless to keep.
Yeah, but do you know how hard it is to get? It was so hard for him to get that in there.
Because there was no reason to get it in there in the first place.
You know whose idea it was to put it in there?
Whose?
Just guess.
Yours.
No.
Hers?
One other guy that you could.
Sasquatch. only Sasquatch would keep
It's like,
that.
let's get
also.
that in here. Let's put it in here.
Only Sasquatch would also be keeping that.
That's true.
No one else.
He does. What would you say? Co-sign your BS.
Yeah, he does. He signs on to it.
He loves it.
But here's the problem. You lost in that because he's just living vicariously through you. He can't keep this much shit around.
He has more.
So he's making, because he ran out of space.
Cammy just organizes it better. So you can't tell.
So he gets you to keep things like the RC cola machine. If he really wanted, he would have just taken it.
And his truck cap.
Oh.
That he was like, I'll pick that up in 3 days.
Yeah, never
That's sitting behind you right now.
Never happened. Get used to it.
3 years later.
Enjoy having
I
it.
want that thing.
It's nice to have, but at the same time, it's hard to use. Like, it's hard to really do anything with it on.
It's not easy to just put it on and off. You're right.
So what do we got in here, Paul, that you're so worried about?
You could also get rid of.
I mean, those are my windows, so.
I'll throw those out. I don't want those.
Mainly the thing in the back corner.
I don't know if I would ever...
If our house was big enough, I would just do something with them, but.
Why doesn't someone just buy it?
What, the RC Cola?
Yeah.
I took it down. I don't want to sell it.
Just list it.
Why would I?
One day when we have like a prop studio or a warehouse, somebody might buy that off of us for
Buy it? I would never give that up.
If somebody offered you a good amount of money for it.
That is the lie that you tell yourself to keep stuff.
No,
Yeah,
that was... If
Someday,
somebody,
in this very specific circumstance, it might be worth a lot of money.
it's not ever going to be worth a lot of money. The most it's worth is about $500, top dollar.
Yeah, top.
Would you sell it for $300?
Oh, I would.
Probably, yeah.
If they came and got it.
If I posted it for $3, it might sell
I'm
to the
gonna
right guy.
one of these days, I'm gonna buy it from you.
You know what's really crazy?
And do what with
I
it?
sold it on eBay one time.
And what they never.
It was local pickup only, and they never even
He had it on
they
their
never
app.
paid or responded. But they paid like $700.
I'm gonna anonymously buy it online so you don't know it's me, and then I'm gonna come pick it up, and then I'm gonna throw it in the trash.
If you did that, I'd be sad.
I know you would. All right.
So, fun fact. We're making a scrap video right now. We haven't made one in a long time, but before we start, fun fact. This wall at the abandoned house that we went to is supposedly a scene from a murderer's video that he put out online. And that background was in the background.
Who though?
Do you believe this is true?
I didn't know this at the time.
And Paul was trying to get clout out of it.
I didn't know
because
that.
he
He
knew.
was trying to get the profile.
Yeah, because he knew. He knew about the viral video, so he was trying to go viral.
His subconscious knew, or your intuition just knew.
No. Supposedly, there's this background that looks like you're outside in the house that we went in, and someone said that there was a serial killer that filmed a video about him talking about killing people in front of that background, which is super creepy if that's true. I never saw the video though. But here we go. Haven't scrapped anything in so long. This actually came from a fridge, but this is copper. So we're doing a run today because we need to use the trailer tomorrow for an auction. And I decided to just do all of the non-ferrous scrap as well. So anything that is not magnetic is worth more money, if you guys didn't know this already. What's this, Paul?
A bucket of electrical cords. That's all copper. But you didn't strip it, but that's okay.
Imagine stripping all that.
That would be a week's worth of work.
No, you can strip it, but not that stuff. This is the kind you would maybe strip.
Yeah, some of it's that like 2-strand stuff.
So this is like considered Romex. And it's a thick piece of copper wiring that they would use for like running through a house Whereas this
Is like a lamp cord.
yeah, is like a cord that's not solid.
Okay, Paul, knowing your facts.
And this came from a lamp, he's right. This house wiring, this appliance wiring. Well, some appliances have bigger wires. But the Romex goes in gauges, so like some of it's like super thick. If you're on like an industrial site, you can make tons of money off of that. All this stuff right here, well, this is brass. But if you can see how easy it is to tell that this is brass and this is copper, just look at the difference. Some of this might actually be copper.
No, it's not like corroded like that.
But this one is different looking. It's more brown. This is more gold. This looks like it came from like a boat, to be honest. That's what it reminds me of. So we have all this copper, which actually if you took your time to cut off each and every piece, it would definitely be worth more because all the soldered parts make it kind of like number 2 copper. Whereas like, well, this even has the solder on it, but this would be like number 1 if it was clean. But it gets paint and dirt, and they usually don't take it as number 1 unless it's like real nice. All that's copper. This is of aluminum pile, so I would say like 95% of gutters are made out of aluminum. Maybe some are made out of plastic, and then back in the day they actually made them out of copper sometimes, but that's way too expensive. And then see, this is like Romex wire, so this would be like wiring that they ran for like no cursing at this vlog, for like lighting for an office, right? Doesn't that look like that?
Yeah.
Right, something like that. And this actually, these are from like a car.
Yeah, it's battery cables.
And those are copper. So mostly anything that they run electricity through has copper in it. And a lot of stuff has gold in it. Like these TVs are not going to the scrapyard. And actually a lot of people thought, not a lot of people, there was one person who thought that I was like disrespectfully putting these at Goodwill. But Goodwill actually has a giant recycling program, and they take TVs no matter what condition, even if they're smashed in, because they take the boards out of them and they recycle all of the e-waste from the TVs.
What's over there?
These copper.
That's copper too.
This is like copper roofing. Both of these are copper roofing.
Is that like the clean copper or the dirty
This
copper?
would be like Bear Bright.
Okay.
Considered, I think. Maybe not. This is definitely copper 1 though. Like this is like the best quality you can get. But honestly, like, it's a shame to even use this as scrap, which obviously this is just a piece that was left over. But the fact that this wouldn't have just been reused on a roof is kind of sad. Like these pieces I'm going to just scrap because I have no use for them. But like that's kind of, to me it feels almost like sad to waste because they're 2 nice pieces of roofing material. But that's pretty much all of it. I think this is stainless steel. You'd have to hold a magnet to it to really tell, because they have stainless and then they have polished steel that looks the same, but if it's magnetic it's not the same. And that mower is going. I could probably sell it for like 20 bucks maybe as used, like as just broken parts, but I don't know. I don't think that many people are fixing ones in that condition anymore.
Does the engine work?
So like 5 years ago, I started cutting grass for some people, like a real estate company mainly, and this mower cut thousands of lawns before. This little $70 lawnmower. See the blade?
Oh wow.
It wasn't highly professional though, because they just needed the lawns cut so they didn't get ticketed by the city. It wasn't like people that wanted their lawns nice, obviously. Because look at this. Look at that. You could put a new blade on there, but this mower just doesn't work at all. And then we're gonna put Paul's RC fold machine in there.
Nah.
And that's pretty much
I kid.
all she wrote. But I was thinking, like, all these places have like recycling programs. Like, it's like recycling became like a huge thing. But really the true recyclers of the world are people who scrap. Not me specifically, but people who bring like stacking loads every day to the scrap yard. Just imagine.
There's some of them out there. There's
Marcus.
Oh.
Like local legends that scrap all day, every day. They have to recycle tens of thousands of pounds.
So much.
Probably more a year. Even just this is more than most people recycle in a year. Like, just that one piece is actually going to be crushed and used.
It's keeping a lot of stuff out of landfills.
That's for sure. And you get money for it, so it's a double
win-win.
Double whammy. Win all day. Moving along here, huh? Should I go with this in the back?
Ooh, goodbye, fridge.
Like all the way up on the I need to move it more forward now. It was just moving towards me.
This guy's going in his backyard.
Yeah, come down forward because I'll go on the other side.
Watch the juice. Don't want that getting on you.
No one wants that juice.
Just watch your feet, Paul.
There you go.
This is the kind of shit Robin had me doing. When it's just strapped on, then I can just move it around with this, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, should we move this out or no?
Yeah, if you can.
Nope.
Shit.
It's fine, just leave it. Don't hurt yourself.
You see the
I
juices?
see the juices. I don't know what you want me to do about the juices, but I see them.
Watch out for them.
The juices are juicing.
They're
Juicing.
They're juicing, all right.
This guy?
This guy,
Not doing that.
savage.
Why is he doing this?
Look at the bottom of that fridge. Yummy.
Some other stuff in there.
Yeah, but what's...
Now you're Gucci.
Come see this.
Mmm.
Ew. It's just dust. That's all it is.
That's from like the freaking 80s.
Yeah, probably.
It's mostly skin.
Skin particles
From someone else.
from someone else.
That's fine now.
Like literally, I clean almost every day and there's just dust always.
Always.
That's how it is.
From the Kikis.
That's just
That cat dander.
that's just life. Okay. No, you were recording.
Paul farted, everyone.
Alright. This thing, every time I fill up the tires, they go flat. And it's bent a little bit where the tires roll. Everybody's going to say I shouldn't scrap this, but I am.
We already have another one.
We have 3 other ones.
Ah,
And
3
to buy
other
a
ones.
brand new one of these is $35.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal with hand trucks. Here's the deal with the hand trucks. We talked about this.
We did.
Because I like grabbing hand trucks and putting fresh wheels on them, and now I have too many hand trucks. The wheels are cheap. First of all, don't ever get inflatable wheels on a hand truck. It's dumb. They're always going to go flat. They're always going to go down. Just don't do it. You get solid, or they have these foam rubber ones. They're cheap. 20, 25 bucks on Amazon, anywhere else online, Harbor Freight. You can get cheap wheels. People try selling these all the time, but no one who actually needs hand trucks is ever buying them online.
Ever.
Because they're trying to sell that online for 30 bucks. When, what am I going to do? Buy that for 30 bucks and then spend 20 or 25 bucks on wheels. So now I'm like 50 bucks into a hand truck when you could just order one from Magliner for almost a little more than that.
Touche, Paul.
So,
Go to Harbor Freight and buy a brand new one for $37.
yeah, but if I was getting one, if I was going to buy a new one, I would get one, a good one.
The Magliner.
Yeah. But people, I know, because I know how your videos are, because I read your comments, I see your comments too. So many people are going to be like, well, you scrapping a perfectly good hand truck. Hand trucks are a burden. They're a dime a dozen, at least where we live. Maybe where you live it's different, and that sucks that they're hard to find. But where we live, I see people leaving them out to trash with
Trash all the time.
flat inflatable wheels, with flat inner tube wheels, all the time.
Say I should sell this chair too.
And that's the work on that.
But this definitely looks
Oh,
better.
wait. Is it nice?
Yeah, but look at the rocks.
Paul's about to say,
Oh no, that's like falling through,
is
man.
oh
looking.
yeah, you don't want to cut yourself on that.
It's
Nah.
cool looking.
Even
But I
if
could
you have a
weld. I'd
tetanus
put
shot.
I'd weld a
I
new
mean,
seat
you could
on it.
cut a piece of wood, but like that's
Nah.
too much work, and it's not a set. It's just the one.
If I welded, I would weld some new chicken wire on it.
Would
I
you
don't.
though, Paul? Would you?
But I don't weld.
You would mostly do that for fun, though, not because you want the chair.
Yeah, that's true.
I would do that to like use the chair because it's nice.
Okay, I will say that we don't scrap, well, really at all anymore. As we used to a lot. So I wouldn't say we don't scrap at all because we're about to go to the scrap yard. And if somebody had a good amount of scrap and gave us a call to come get it, we would definitely show up. But scrapping has provided so many good opportunities, good opportunities and connections over the years that you can meet so many people from being the scrap guy and make a lot of really long-lasting connections. And actually, before we started doing any of the cleanouts that we used to do, I used to scrap, and that's how I got connected with the big cleanout guy that gave us mostly all those jobs, was from scrapping out a surf shop. I've told this story before, but it all stems from scrap. If you're the junk guy, people usually just call you to pick up junk. That's how it works. But here's what we got. I'll just show you guys so you can get an idea. I'll show you guys so you guys can get an idea of the value of what it would be. So we just, like I said, a little bit of aluminum here. This is copper, a little bit of copper. This is all different stuff really here. But this is the stuff that's in the trailer, which probably could fit all, not probably, definitely could fit just in a truck bed. The only reason it's in the trailer is because that's where I had it first. So I'll give you guys a total at the end of the day, at the end of the scrap. And this bike doesn't work, that's why I'm scrapping it. I tried to sell it for like a month, actually more than that, and it just didn't sell, so off to the scrapyard. I would say most of the items were tried to sell before we scrap them.
Need anything out of the house?
What, did Paul meet someone?
I think it might be his mom's friend or something.
All right, no, I don't need anything. Let's just go, right?
Yeah, I'll go along. This is the legend Earl. He's a local scrapper. I think it's him.
So this is how you scrap for real. See, he has like, just in the bed of the truck that's shut, like open I meant, like the tailgate has like 300 pounds.
This is called professional scrapping.
Yeah, so
And
this
he's-
is how you do it and make money doing it.
He's like the local, because he lives in Ocean City, on the same block as Turner's dad's shop, at Sasquatch's shop. And yeah, it is him. And
It's definitely
everybody
him.
calls Earl up to pick up their scrap. So he does this literally all day.
Every day. His whole life for 40 years.
Yeah. And
He's
I
pro-
think he actually makes, like, obviously scrap is worth nothing right now, but he does it so much that he makes a decent amount of money for himself.
A good amount.
Yeah. Like, when it was high, he was definitely making more than some people do at their jobs.
He does now. Because he does
think he
one
does now?
he does one of these loads like every day. And then this
And
is just
Earl's
the
probably older, like, he's probably like 60-something. He's not.
this is the junk of it too. Like he has like other scrap that's actually valuable. This is like the lower value.
And, like, we don't scrap as much anymore, so if we're at the shop and we have, like, metal, we'll just walk it over and put it in his yard, in his scrap pile.
That's what I was saying a minute ago about the amount of connections you can make from scrapping. Earl probably knows more people in Ocean City than the mayor. Literally.
Yeah, no, for real. And, like, that's how you get a lot, like, obtain
People
things
respect
that you
him
might
too.
need, too. Or, like, I guess that's probably either his friend or his brother that he is always with. Because, like, people just give you things. Because we've experienced that, clearly.
Alright, we're about to pull into the scrapyard here. Earl's making moves. This is the best scrapyard we got around town near us. It's about, I don't know, 4 miles from where we live.
It's a big doggy.
This is the place right here, EMR. And they're coming out. Big doggy's coming out. Right?
And hot.
Is he coming out or no?
Yeah. Unless he's backing up.
No, he backing up.
Backing up. It's telling you. Okay. You're still recording.
How a scrapyard works is they buy the metal from you and then they sell it to someone else, or if they have a facility that melts it down. I don't think any of these companies do anymore though. I think all of that's done overseas, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, most of it, I think.
But basically you get on the scale, they weigh how much you have, you dump it, get back on the scale, and they pay you by the weight. They used to have a big U-pullet here, and now they took it all out, so it's all gone. So this is how this works. Well, I have a dump trailer here, so I'll be able to just hopefully dump it right here basically. And see, this was dumped out of a trailer too, and it would be nice if this was pushed back more, but this is pretty good because that guy went around me already. So let's see how this is gonna work. Up. Yep, we're dumping now. We're solid now. So the dump trailer saves a lot of time and your back. It also does die sometimes. Like, see how it's dying? Because I don't have a trickle charger on it, which I should, and I know I say that all the time. But yeah, it's pretty much dead now, so hopefully I can get the stuff out by just driving quickly. If not, I'll just push it out. It's not really that big of a deal.
You never told us how much you made on the Florida deal on that big.
Not telling.
Oh.
I don't want to give away secrets like that. So I went fast enough that it all came out. So that was pretty solid. That worked out pretty well. He just picked up that lawnmower that I had and just literally threw it as far as he could. That's pretty funny. What we just left from was like the regular light iron, cast iron, steel section, and that's on the big scale. If you had like a whole trailer full of aluminum, you take it on that scale, but if you just have little bits and pieces, you bring them over here. And it's like legit, it's such a, like, scrapping is such a giant industry that not that many people know about. You would know about it from like Sanford and Son in like pop culture, otherwise like people just don't even talk about it. But it's so big. And there's so much money in it, not for like necessarily me, but for like the yard and people that are in it big time. It's a really big industry. Anything like this will probably take it as like dirty brass that has like faucet hoses and stuff. So I kind of broke off a lot of the pieces that I think are going to be like dirty copper, probably like copper 2 right in here, because not much of it's clean except for like a few of the roofing pieces, and that's it. One glove better than none glove. Some T-squares. Tried to sell these a few times. Couldn't.
Get that little
Or on the ground. Just throw it on the ground. So at this scrapyard, they give you just pieces of paper that have a barcode on them, and you just scan them on here.
Hold the receipt with the barcode facing up and touch the yellow line on the money.
Scan them in, and it gives you your money just like that easily. So there it is.
Take your cash.
Comes out just like that, $40, and then we'll do the other one.
Hold the receipt with the barcode facing up and touch the yellow line. Please wait while we process your transaction.
So that's pretty good setup they got going here. So there it is, the cash, and then the coins come out just right here. So that's trash to cash at its core right there. Stuff that nobody wants turned into cash. What was that?
I said, say anything.
Okay, so I forgot to do this the other day. This is not the same day that we went to the scrapyard, but I'm going to read off the prices that they gave us for the metal the other day. So I know a lot of people like to know what the pricing is. So we are located in South Jersey, New Jersey, near Cape May. So aluminum sheet, 28 cents a pound, and we had 15 pounds. Stainless steel, 18 by 8, it was 27 cents a pound, we had 4 pounds. Irony refining, aluminum was 18 cents a pound. Light copper is $2.17. Copper 2 is $2.27. Yellow brass is $1.43. Electric motor, 9 cents a pound. Household extension cord, 73 cents a pound. Aluminum BX ICW, I guess that's one of the, it's like the wiring that's like a fat piece of aluminum, I think. 8 cents. Household extension, already did that one, 73 cents. Romex cable is $1.36 a pound. And auto batteries, 18 cents a pound. And then insulated aluminum wire is 19 cents. And the light iron is paying $5 every 100 pounds. And we had 800 pounds. So not a bad actual run at the yard. It was over $100. And every single thing that we brought there we got for free. So you can make money off of scrap metal, obviously. There are tons of people who make a lot of money off of it. And it's definitely a good way to make extra income if you are willing to work for it, because it's not easy carrying around. The more metal the better, so the bigger pieces of metal the more money. But yeah, that's the pricing, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Keep pushing, everyone. Thanks for watching.